Our Send It to 7 Picks of the Week.
Emily Griffin picks out some of her favorites.
Send It to 7 Picks of the Week, sponsored by Foy Agency.
The leaf colors are getting closer to their peak in the North Country, and there are lots of leaf peepers sending their pics. Brenda Thompson shared this view of Sterling Pond Road in Parishville. Misty Thomas was looking at Grindstone Island. Steve Anderson in West Carthage had a lovely sight of the Black River. Nick Montalbano shared this colorful display from Wanakina. Kelly Balash went to Keene for this photo. And Jodie Fox had quite the fall photo shoot with her pup Indiana Jones in Potsdam. Natalie Aldrich was playing peekaboo with a buck. And finally, a video from Caitlin Brown in Waddington. She had an unexpected visitor to her house, nosing around the yard. Thanks to everyone who sent it to 7. Keep them coming. Emily Griffin, 7 News.